Hot diggity daffodil. I love like the slightly white trash bouginess of my property. Where like my boat looks relatively good.
And there's just some AR in the background as you're walking up talking about it.
Guns.
Just guns, America.
Guns. So we're gonna smoke chicken for dinner. I was able to walk to the back of my truck to get an axe. Right, like imagine the average person, if they're like, oh, I wanna smoke a brisket. Well, what are they gonna do? They're probably gonna go to Walmart, Target, wherever, to get wood pellets for their Traeger grill. They're not gonna go and cut, because they don't even have a fucking axe, right? It's Joe Schmo that lives on the 3rd story in fucking Austin that has a smoker on his patio and buys wood pellets and brags about his brisket. And then talks about how manly he is smoking a cigar. He ain't shit. Joe Schmo is smoking a brisket because he used wood pellets. That should be more than enough to smoke a chicken. This is a smoker, so that's nice. Get him, old son. That's 2 people out there just dumping 5.56. And it's been fantastic. This has been like one of the most widely used things I've ever used. 4 years ago when I installed this Molle panel, and it's been like, with the quick fists, it's been like one of the most widely active. I've only used the one side. Like I could do the whole bed, but honestly, I should do the whole bed because I need to put the rest of my gear up.
I think that's your most viewed video. The install of this.
Of this?
Yeah.
That's a good install. And then keeping the bed rails with it. The fun thing is nobody has the wide body kit with the original bed rails with a Molle rack system. So like it's definitely like you can modify the whole Tacoma to like fit all of that good stuff. Plus like the antenna mounts, which I'm not impressed with these, but they've worked.
What's that, for your CB or?
This is ham. That's my ham antenna, and then I have a new antenna that I have to get for this side because I got GMRS. I used to have CV on this side, and then I still have the original OEM inverter, so I can still run like if I bought an electric chainsaw, which I would use gas, but I still have the inverter back here in the bed, so it's been pretty. Oh yeah, and then like I have my onboard air in here. And that's it. I don't, but that's been a 4-year install, and that's the ARB air compressor, and that's still running pretty good. So, I'm just debating if I need the big axe or not. I probably do. The only thing that sucked with this wide body install was figuring out how to do the bed tabs. And they're still not great, but they work. I'm not happy with them. So if I were to fix it, I'd have to re-glass these cutouts that I did and then drill these back in. But it's not a hard necessity. Anyways, this Molle panel's been awesome. Alright, let's get some wood. That's some good marks. I need a different axe. This is bullshit. Now I know. Felling axe and splitting axe should go in the truck, not whatever the fuck this is and that hatchet. It just goes to show that half the fucking Toyota owners that are like, I've got Fiskars in my truck, are full of shit. They don't do it. These for nothing. If I had a log in the road, there's no way I could use this Fiskars to like practically clearly there's a log in the road. I mean, realistically, if I were to just make one cut, but I mean, fuck, I've been out here for an hour. I don't know if I watch, but just trying to get one cut through. So if you were on the road with a bunch of other Tacomas and then trying to do this with his Fiskars, you'd be out there all fucking day, dying. I might actually try to buy like a firefighter's axe, but I'm worried because it's splitting right here and it's chipping right here. So I don't know how much more this axe has in it. People in the city are gonna have the tomfoolery and the wrong idea to run out to the sticks. You're better to just stay in your fucking home. Fill your bathtub full of water. Right?
Yeah.
Count how many rations and reserves you have, because like survival isn't a race. It is, but it's a durational race. It's the turtle and the hare. Don't be the fucking hare. Don't be the first one to bug out. First of all, if you live near those sticks, we're gonna bug out too. You're already there. Like, if you live anywhere, like if you live, example, California, if you live in San Bernardino at the base of Big Bear, you're practically in the sticks. You have the mountains right there. Why would you immediately give up shelter, an area you know that you can defend? You have the biggest water holding source, your bathtub, jugs, anything, right? Why would you ditch all that? Be like, I'm bugging out. To what?
Yeah.
To have to cut
To
wood?
make it worse.
To have to cut wood and try to build a fire?
To have to camp.
Yeah, idiot. You're just, then you become a loot drop. You become a living loot drop.
Yeah.
Because
It's so true.
you're not going to die from a gunshot. You're going to die of exhaustion. You weren't doing all the things that you're doing now to live. So don't bug out. Bug in. Be smart. Bug in.
Bug in, he says.
Learn to defend your home.
This video is called Bug In.
Yeah,
Learn
bug-
how to defend your home.
Yeah, bug in.
Bug in.
Don't bug out. Don't be stupid. Fill your bathtub. Don't overexert energy. Ration your water. Keep everyone calm, cool, and collected. Have a radio. Listen for radio updates. And that's what people need to understand. This whole highlight of like prepper survival, like someone will kick you in the nuts. And that's the worst thing, is like, imagine laying there staring at the sky, trying to breathe as you took a round to the chest because you're like, oh damn, I had no concealment and I was walking around like an idiot. Here I am, end of the world, with a fucking bullet wound in my chest, and no one's gonna save you because someone was smarter than you and they kicked you in the dick.
And that's where that end video ends. Just cut right there.
We're all dead anyway. That's a fair place to end. You know? Like shit. I could sit here and say all day, and I do. I toot my own fucking horn. My truck is fully rigged. If shit hits the fan, I can get home. But I'm gonna die if I over trust the things that I think that I've prepped for. Like, here's the thing: is everything's gonna change. It does. I look at it like this. I keep a knife every day. I keep a knife on me, a small utility tool, a flashlight, a screwdriver, or a flashlight, a pen, and a lighter. That's just my EDC. And I don't know how many times I've looked for a pen because I forgot I had a pen in my fucking pocket, right? So we're ignoring all the other tools I have. We're gonna go with the most simplest thing. I'm at work. I know I have a pen in my pocket. I left the house. I put the pen in my pocket. I'm at work and I look for a pen. Any clown ass idiot on fucking YouTube and say, oh, you're just fucking stupid and forgot. No, dude, it's because you become complacent. You're going through your life and you're becoming complacent. So now add a war zone, end of the world, survival. You don't think you're gonna get complacent and forget the pen in your pocket? Like, come on, kicked in the nuts. That's the way it goes. It's kicked right in the balls. You kicked yourself in the balls. So cutting wood turned into this, but oh fuck.
It's probably a better video than cutting wood.
Probably better with a cowboy hat, shirtless. It's me all chubby.
All chubby.
Gut and sweat. Slow-mo it down and just jiggles.
The jiggles.
Santa chopping wood.
That's Santa.
Well, you know, it makes you think, like, I don't say you need to be thinking about these things. Nobody needs to think about these things, but I guess my point of view is I'm pretty sure I sharpened these. Like, so it's just fucking wrong axe, wrong tree. Holy dick.
So hot. I'm not doing anything. I don't know how you're doing.
So,
I am like melting.
it's humidity.
Woo!
I am like melting.
Lord Jesus. I'm not doing anything. I don't know how you're doing. I'm melting.
I spent the past week in this heat. I think this is hot. Go to Arizona. Okay. This is good.
There's still time. I can get the cowboy hat. You can take your shirt off.
Oh, fuck me. Now when I want to go to the gym,
You got a whole forest gym here.
I got you got a whole forest of gym. No shit.
God. I
What?
feel like I haven't even seen 1 acre. I maybe have seen one of the acres.
Oh, look at that. Let's clear through the other side.
Oh?
all bad swings. Terrible swings. Oh, that's a blister. Oh, fuck. Come on, bitch. Ah, struggle. So real. This is the point that if anyone thinks they're gonna go off grid and build a shelter their first
They
day,
should start with this. See how long they
see how well you split an oak log, and how long you hold up for. Then go hike however far out you think you're gonna fucking hike, and then build a shelter.
Yeah.
I'm splitting one log for fire. Oh, and I got a blister with gloves on. So then think to yourself, I'm gonna go out into the wild. I'm gonna ruck out with my bug out bag. I got gloves, what can go wrong?
Yeah.
Well, new gloves are like new boots. These are old used gloves that I had and I still got a blister. So you're gonna throw on new gloves you've never used. You're gonna make a shelter in the middle of the night or whenever you get to your camp. And you gotta do, and look how much noise I'm making too. If someone were to come by, like while I'm trying to cut this wood out for whatever, like, now I have a handsaw that I could use, but I'd be out here for hours just fucking trying
And then
to
you probably wouldn't have a saw after you were done.
well, yeah. Ow, my hand. So it really will take like the roughest of people to like when shit hits the fan. That's why it's better to get yourself off grid beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How much more I got? I'm getting tired of swinging. I might see how bad this is. That might actually be good. I still got a ways back. Let's split this and see how dead this is. Maybe save myself some time. I should go. Can I do it in one swing? Yes, I can.
Ugh. Look at it, it's put kind of perfectly. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I could use.
That one's kind of good.
I could use all this stuff, like up here. All right. Should have started here. Just trim off the dead shit.
I'll just I'll do a cut and makes it look like you just got through
cut.
that one.
Ow. Hey, fucker. Hot diggity daffodil. That's another thing too to consider when you're trying to think about like survival and shit, is like consider how tired your body's gonna be. And then you're like, I just carried my rifle, my pack to a campsite. Like we're what, in Texas right now it's 88 degrees plus humidity. And then you're like, oh, it's probably not smart to get a full-size fire going, but you're gonna want some warm food. And if you don't have MREs, then you don't have MRE heaters.
And it gets cold at night, kind of outside.
Yeah, it gets down to 40.
Yeah.
40 right now.
If you're sweating in the day, you'll get hypothermic.
You will get sick.
In 40 degrees.
Again, half the people, like the office man, is like, my wife and I and my kids are gonna bug out. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, is 1 gallon of water weighs 7 pounds. And you need 16 ounces of water in a day.
Like you have to have a filter on you and a source or you're screwed.
Well, your best way to get water, especially in the city, is gonna be, there's like a cross key you can get. It's got a square fitting on the end. I forget the name of it. I have one. But you need 16 to 32 ounces of water per person per day, not actively. So think like the average person is supposed to drink 8 to 16, I think, ounces of water a day, just normally. Now throw in humping a pack, carrying a rifle, stress-induced anxiety, which is gonna raise your heart rate, it's gonna raise your perspiration, you're gonna sweat more, just on natural human instinct. So you're gonna start, even when you're walking, you're gonna naturally expel more water. And then you have to carry, like my Camelbacks, I think are 72 ounce Camelbacks. They're big fuckers. And I can zap that bitch easily in a half day, just like if I'm cruising, because you subconsciously start sipping water. You don't even think about it. Like when I was in the Marines, you'd be like humping along on patrol, doing whatever, and you start subconsciously sipping water, and you don't even realize, like you'll be doing things and you're like drinking, and then the next thing you know, your Camelback's empty and you're like, oh fuck. And you look at the time, you're like, oh fuck, it's like halfway through my day. So heavy exertion, especially in like high humidity where you're gonna perspire a lot more and you're gonna sweat a lot more. Like, and then anybody who mixes in alcohol, so anyone who's like, oh, it's the end of times, like I don't got nothing to do tomorrow, I'm gonna drink, like you're gonna dehydrate yourself. Like me drinking margaritas before doing this was like I can feel it in my mouth, like I'm starting to dehydrate.
Me too, and I haven't done anything. I've just been standing here.
So to the average prick who thinks he's gonna hop out and fucking carry an axe, and then we see that like right tool for the right job, right? If someone's watching, the average consumer prepper is what I like to call people. You're gonna buy what that YouTuber says, this works great in the field. Well, maybe he's like some schmo like me that lives on 5 acres and has woods, and it's not a real scenario, but for views, he's out there like, this is the axe that I use and trust. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Because everyone in the Tacoma community is like, Fiskers, 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 and like, bullshit. If I had a down log, like now my truck could get over this log, but like, if you had to clear that, you're not doing it with that. Fuck no. And this is like the axe that everybody claims to fucking have in your rig. Fuck no. You'll be swinging all day, and God forbid you hit one of those knots, you'll be fucking swinging all day, dude. You'll be on that trail till midnight trying to fucking clear one log. It'd be easier to just turn around and go home. So fuck it.
Turn around and go home.
Turn everyone around and go the fuck home.
Do you want me to bring you your water?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm kind of testing myself. That's good. Just to kind of see how long I can kind of hold out for it. I mean, in reality,
Because you've been doing it.
I would pace myself better than this. And then when you're cooking food, right? So like a down log is going to be the easiest log to use for fire if you're in a scenario where you can have fire. And a down log is going to have wood rot, and you don't want to cook with wood rot, because I mean the fire should kill any bacteria that would grow, but your food's going to taste like shit. And in a survival scenario, the one thing that will end you the fastest is low morale.
Yeah.
Get some, kid. Who the fuck is out there lighting it up? Low morale would be the first thing that turns a survival group against each other. Like axes and like assortments of tools, your firearm is going to present itself very differently in every scenario. So like your handgun, we'll say the average utility tool of any prepper survivor is going to be the Glock 19. 9mm ammunition, 15 to 30 round magazines, so you can carry a lot of ammo in the pistol. Right, the 15 round mag isn't obtrusive. Like a 30 round mag in a Glock is going to like stick out, and it's not going to be, sure you've got 30 rounds, but you know, if you need 30 rounds you're using your Glock, you're dead. There's no, like, you're not gonna stand there and be fucking John Wick and drop 30 rounds.
John Wick.
You ain't gonna John Wick nobody. Your adrenaline's gonna be pumping. Again, for the average person, 90% of America, sure you've got operators and like veterans and guys that served in high intense, high stress theaters, but like the average person who has the Glock 19, I don't care how much you're on the range, I don't care how much you train, I don't care how much ammo you have, you're gonna mag dump and you're probably gonna die, right? So controlled shots. The sidearm is a get back, get down, immediate defense weapon, as in from me to you. Anything outside of 5 meters, I would say don't even, like, switch to your primary, switch to your AR-15, switch to whatever rifle you have, because you're gonna have more control over a longer weapon with a bigger round than trying to put a 9mm round out past 5 meters for the average person. And you're gonna say, well, I'm a competition shooter. I don't fucking care if you're Superman. Bitch, you're in an accelerated, dangerous environment. It doesn't fucking matter how many competitions you've shot in. Oh, and let's include what we just talked about: dehydration, exhaustion, hunger, sleep deprivation. Bitch, you ain't gonna do I don't care how many competitions you've shot in. You're gonna be hungry and you're looking to survive. So many people hop on channels and preach a bunch of nonsense and bullshit. This is how I prep and survive. That's how you think you prep and survive. That's what you think you're gonna do. To be honest, in today's society, with how populated city centers are, and how many people in the city are gonna have the tomfoolery and the wrong idea to run out to the sticks, you're better to just stay in your fucking home. Fill your bathtub full of water. Right?
Yeah.
Count how many rations and reserves you have, because like survival isn't a race. It is, but it's a durational race. It's the turtle and the hare. Don't be the fucking hare. Don't be the first one to bug out. First of all, if you live near those sticks, we're gonna bug out too. You're already there. Like, if you live anywhere, like if you live, example, California, if you live in San Bernardino at the base of Big Bear, you're practically in the sticks. You have the mountains right there. Why would you immediately give up shelter, an area you know that you can defend? You have the biggest water holding source, your bathtub, jugs, anything, right? Why would you ditch all that? Be like, I'm bugging out. To what?
Yeah.
To have to cut
To
wood?
make it worse.
To have to cut wood and try to build a fire?
To have to camp.
Yeah, idiot. You're just, then you become a loot drop. You become a living loot drop.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's so true.
you're not going to die from a gunshot. You're going to die of exhaustion. You're going to die of dehydration. Especially in a state like California. States like Arizona, Texas. Anywhere where it's hot and there's high humidity, where you're burning through more water than you initially think, because your day-to-day life, you've lived in a controlled environment where you've been able to go get water.
Yep. And you weren't stressed out.
You weren't stressed out and you weren't hiking. You weren't doing all the things that you're doing now to live. So don't bug out. Bug in. Be smart. Bug in.
Bug in, he says.
Learn to defend your home.
This video is called Bug In.
Yeah,
Learn
bug
how to defend your home.
Yeah, bug in.
Bug in.
Don't bug out. Don't be stupid. Fill your bathtub. Don't overexert energy. Ration your water. Keep everyone calm, cool, and collected. Have a radio. Listen for radio updates. Radios will also give people away.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, if you're listening to a ham radio, which has weather and usually you'll hear a government report, well, hate to say it, but half the jackasses, including myself, bought Baofeng ham radios, and every motherfucker who doesn't know how to use a ham radio is gonna be chattering all up and down the comms, and you're gonna know exactly where people are.
Yep.
And anyone who's like looking for survivors, they're looking for a meal.
Yep.
We're not looking for survivors. We're here to help. Granted, there's strength in numbers. And you need strength in numbers. But you hear something come over the radio and says, we're looking for survivors, here to help.
Yeah, right.
Just know that everything you have on you is going to be theirs.
Yeah.
Don't even fucking consider it. So that's my 2 cents. There's prepping wolves, I guess. And these are the people that make the claim that, like, they're always the clowns that are in the comments section that are like, well, thanks for showing me your preps, now I know where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
The jerk off's like, I'm gonna rob you. Those guys, fucking chads.
Giga chads.
Those are giga chads for shit. You're gonna walk out your front door and get fucking blasted. Someone's gonna see your dumb ass leave the house with your kit, and you're just gonna get dropped. I'm gonna steal your loot now. You ain't gonna steal shit. You're gonna steal a round to the face. Fucking gonna steal. You gotta think. This is the thing that I always try to highlight, and even just in your day-to-day reality, someone will kick you in the balls. And if you think about it with that mentality, when shit hits the fan, someone will take a cheap shot for their own gain. There's not gonna be any parlay. There's not gonna be any fucking, fuck no. Look at how people act when they're hangry. People turn into real bitches because they didn't get a meal on time. How the fuck do you think they're gonna act when they're starving? They're not gonna fucking confront you. Fuck no. They're gonna be in the bush with their gun, and they're gonna fucking be waiting for your dumb ass to fucking look the other way. They're gonna shoot you in the back because there's no honor in survival. There's just surviving. And that's what people need to understand. This whole highlight of like prepper survival, like someone will kick you in the nuts. And that's the worst thing, is like, imagine laying there staring at the sky, trying to breathe as you took a round to the chest because you're like, oh damn, I had no concealment and I was walking around like an idiot. Here I am, end of the world, with a fucking bullet wound in my chest, and no one's gonna save you because someone was smarter than you and they kicked you in the dick.
They kicked your dick.
kicked you right in the balls, and now you're dead. And what do you have to show for it? Getting robbed. Getting robbed while you're dead. Yeah, you know, society is so full of fake highlights. You know how many fucking grave robbers there's gonna be?
Yeah.
In like bug out survival? Motherfuckers gonna be fucking searching dead bodies for a fucking lighter. And everyone's out here glamorizing like, oh, the end will be so sick, I'm gonna survive, I got guns. Kicked in the balls.
I got guns.
Kicked right in the dick. Anybody that turns around and says, oh, thanks for showing me your preps, kicked right in the balls. We're all dead anyway. That's the truth. The end is we're all dead anyway. It's just a matter of when and how.